Hello Libra, this is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for you today. Today is actually May the 30th and I'll be posting this sometime this evening. So it should be up by tomorrow morning. Remember, it might not resonate with everyone. And let's just dive in, see what we get. I like to use the Soul Journey Oracle deck. They have really nice sayings. Kind of get a theme for the reading. If we get one or two, that's fine. I might just have to pull one. Oh, nice. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That's good. Someone wants to go to school. Possibly. Okay, let's see what we have. So growth can be in any area of your life. Emotional growth, career growth, relationship growth. Those are important to grow because they do, if you're not careful, they'll go stagnant. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, well, that's way too many, but I was getting that first one. Oh, nice. So you have the Nine of Cups. That's beautiful. The Nine of Cups. That's really the highest happiness that you can have. When you get to the Ten of Cups, for instance, it's a happy marriage, but it's almost like you need to keep growing it. You need to keep injecting, spontaneous activities for one another to keep it alive. Because it will get stagnant if you're not careful. Okay, let's go. Oh, courage too? Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Or it could be a Leo. The Two of Wands. And the High Priestess. Nice. Now I see the Two of Wands is kind of like a portal where you're looking out into your future to see what your destination should be. Are you comfortable where you are? Do you need to maybe consider making a move? Or could there just be a journey in your near future? Intuition is working on your side, so you are listening to it. And you may need courage for that. Okay, this could be you, Libra. Queen of Swords, air signs. Queen of Swords. Now, this is somebody that speaks very bluntly. Not all the time, but in some situations, they just rather tell it like it is. Doesn't mean they're a hard person or anything like that. It just means that that's just the way they are. Because it can be any of the air signs. And if you know anybody with the air signs, then you might kind of know what I'm talking about. They don't mean to be cruel, but sometimes sensitive people take it that way. So you kind of have to be a little careful. Okay, the Eight of Swords in reverse. Somebody's doing a lot, or has been doing a lot of thinking. Maybe there's something that's been settled, something that's been discussed or gone over. I like it when the 3 and the 2 are here. This is a journey, and this one is actually speaking about looking out and waiting for something, anticipating. Let's see if we can find out who this is. It looks like usually on the right side, I always kind of designate that for your person. And then on the left side is usually you, what's going on with you. It's kind of hard to tell just yet, but let's see what we can find out. Oh, there is going to be some victory here. Whatever this is, this journey with this intuition and the courage as well as the happiness, boy, somebody's got a plan. They've gathered up some strength, some courage. They've got a plan. They're looking forward into the future. And the intuition is telling me that they're listening to their intuition. And with that being said, they feel as if there's going to be a victory. Wow. Okay, then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this could be somebody that is financially struggling. Could be somebody that's not her normal self. She might be closed off. Not necessarily visiting out and about. Sticking around home. She doesn't share her money like she usually does. She might, if it's like anybody else around in this day and time, she may have lost a job. And she might be waiting for a future job opportunity. Perhaps she's applied for jobs. And this could be you, Libra. You could be embodying the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You could be. But you're not feeling like you're stuck anymore. So apparently you may have been, either you have or someone cut you out of a job. Possibly. Now, like I said, she's really blunt and to the point. I was going to say, you may have left the job. You may have left, Libra. You may have left. It was a big burden. It was a heavy burden. It was probably the kind of job where you just did it for the money. Don't we all kind of do that? Oh my gosh, yes, there's a blessing here. There's going to be a brand new opportunity. Brand new opportunity. Growth. Don't forget your theme. I want to expand my awareness, my consciousness and my awareness. So there's a possibility that you are expanding your career. Maybe where you were at, you decided to, you said, I'm done. I don't particularly care for this. You know, I need to be happy. I don't feel happy here. Maybe it could have been that just that it was such an overwhelming job, perhaps. I don't see any cups other than the happy cup. So to me, this feels like a work decision. You may have cut yourself off from a job that you weren't happy with. Maybe you were starting to feel like you were losing this can also represent, your will. Do you allow people just to give you burden after burden after burden of all types of work and not really realizing how overwhelming it's becoming? Because this would be overwhelming. And you may have decided, you know what, let me stop and think about this. Something's just not right. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take some time out listen to my intuition. I'm going to see if there's something better in my future that I can apply for, maybe a different job. And whatever you decide, it's definitely a victory. And it is a new beginning, a huge new beginning. So you may have accumulated enough learning from this type of job that maybe you can take the next step up. That would be great. That would be great. All right, I'm going to lay down over here 4 cards for your potential future and see what we get. Wow. Maybe you weren't making enough money either. That could have been a big part of it. And you know there's better out there. This is somebody that's anticipating more money or looking for a better career. And it could be partially because the money just wasn't growing. It's actually shrinking. Maybe there were cutbacks in a job that you're at. Cutbacks because of what's going on. Okay, now the 4 of Swords. Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, the 3 of Swords. That's tough. And then the Moon. Well, right away, the 4 of Swords up here tells me that there's something. What is that glare? Uh-oh, let me turn that down. The 4 of Swords talks about stop right now. You need a time out. You are exhausted. You need to reevaluate where you're going, what you're thinking. Just take some time out. It's like you might even be not feeling very well. Maybe. Because it also talks about, you know, needing to take some time out. Not only to meditate and to get your thoughts straight, but it also means that there's a possibility that physically your body's exhausted, or you might be feeling sick or something, or under the weather. Now the Page of Swords talks about gathering information that could be from perhaps the opportunities that you were applied for, or learning about a new business that you've perhaps already got the victory for. If not, it's in the near future, possibly. So you're analyzing that. And you do have your guard up a little bit. You know, when you go into a new job, you kind of want to make a good impression, but you don't want to be too open until you figure out what's going on. And then the 3 of Swords is possible, but the 3 of Swords could have brought some heartache, a little bit of sorrow, perhaps if you decided to leave a company that you were working with, and you know, maybe you've been there for quite some time. It's hard to leave. You know, it can be kind of tough on the heart because you're leaving friends behind. And then the Moon. The Moon talks about something that's not being revealed. So I'm going to do a real quick clarifier for the Moon, because there's something else maybe with the heart instead of it just being leaving a company or a business to start somewhere else. It looks to me, well, let's just take a look. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, there was some dissatisfaction there. Maybe you're afraid to mention that, like in a resume or an interview. It could be that you really don't want to go there, but that could have been why you left. Because the 5 of Swords talks about constant battling, constant head games with other employees, perhaps. Like never ending. I'll get one more just to see if we can get more clarification. Yeah, you felt like you were juggling. Maybe every day you went in, you felt like, oh gosh, what's it going to be? What's it going to be like today? Is it going to be up and down again like it was last week? You know, that kind of situation. Boy, I see a glare. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Have to fix that later. But you can see the card. Okay. Just don't forget, you have growth. You are consciously aware that you need to grow. You aren't growing where you were, is what I feel. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. Until we meet again, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Namaste.